yourself with your energy, positivity, glow, and passion, you effortlessly reflect at your art dancing. Can you please share some highlights of how you began your creative journey as a dancer?
Okay, so first off, I would love to say thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for reaching out, and thank you so much for allowing me to share my experience, what I know about dance, my art to share to the world. Thank you so much. Okay, so for me as a dancer, how I started was through church. Yes, was through church. So every time when I go to church, I'm part of the choreography. So when there's a program, Rachel, you see Rachel there. Anytime there's a program, you see Rachel there dancing every time. Oh, we are going for this competition. Do you want to be part? You would see me inside. I'll definitely raise my hand. Oh, say I want to be part. And then they'll add me up. So yeah, it started from there. And at a point in time in church, everything became more like a competition. So we started having dance competitions and it became more serious. So that was where the interest started coming from. Yes, so there's a competition and you're in this branch. They'll be like, okay, so this branch against this branch, we want to see who is the best. And then we'll definitely go for rehearsals for days. We'll be training for days just for the competition. And then for your church branch to win. So it's more like it started from there. And even as the competitions went down, the edge was still there for me because I really wanted this thing not to just be a church thing, but then to be something for me that I would do for a very, very long time. So I stepped out, not that I stopped church, I stepped out from church competitions to going for dance classes, experiencing new other type of dances, trying to learn more, trying to broaden my knowledge about dance and actually help myself with how creative I should be when it comes to dance. So that's how it has been. And then the interest has grown since till now. Yes.
Wow. I think there's this peculiarity with church for dancers, singers, especially from
Singers,
Africa.
yes,
Yeah. We're
exactly.
talking earlier about opportunities, like the limited opportunities here, even if we have this drive and passion for our work. But most times, outside there are so many opportunities, so many platforms for you to explore your talent. But for us, I think it's majorly church, especially for singers and dancers.
Yes,
Yeah, so
exactly.
that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing.
Mhm. Oh,
We've
well.
shared what it means to us, but we'd like to hear from you as well. What does art mean to you?
For me, art is more like how you express yourself. How it's more like a reflection of who you are. So for me, who I am, I express it through dancing. And then you see in my videos, there's more energy, there's a lot of smiles. Through that, I'm spreading all that throughout. Sometimes I say, most people say my smile is contagious. So the moment you see me smile, you also smile. You understand? And I feel like that is how I reflect. That is through my art. Yeah. So I see art to be the reflection of somebody, more like how you express yourself to the world, how somebody for somebody to see who you are, it might be through your art, it might be painting, probably a painting that you have done will just tell somebody this kind of person is this way, or this person is likes to paint certain things like this. Probably this person gets inspiration from this person. More like it's how is a reflection of how you are and how you show the world what you are.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much for sharing. This question is somehow similar to the second, but specifically for dance. So we're grateful to have you on board this special issue in celebration of all inspiring dancers around the world. Also in honor of the International Dance Day 2023. We know how unique and special the art of dancing is to each dancer. As an individual passionate about this art, what does dance mean to you?
Okay, so for me, International Dance Day is a very big thing. It's a very big thing that there is a day aside for just dancers. And then there are a lot of big programs, a lot of awards that go on for dancers. So to recognize other big dancers, those who have paved the way for us, the new generation, to also be on. And I feel like it's a great initiative. It's a very big thing for us as dancers to showcase how good we are at what we do, and then for the world to know that dancing is not just dancing, but there is more to it than just it.
Yeah. Thank you. How was growing up like for you?
It was very calm, not too calm. I wouldn't say not too. I wouldn't say very calm. But it wasn't too calm. It wasn't too hard. It was okay. I would say it was okay because there were times where when I told my mom I wanted to be a dancer, she didn't take it like. Because in our African homes, they're all about school, go to school. I wanted to become a doctor. Like what society sees to be as a profession, like that is what they want me to be. And then for me, along the line, I had a different passion. In as much as I'm actually still in school and studying something, this is what I want to do. And then with time, she understood that, okay, my daughter wants to go to school. In as much as she's going to school, let me allow her to pursue whatever she loves to pursue. You might not know what would make me great in the near future. So, yeah, so for her and even for my dad, at a point, my dad was okay, but then my mom had issues because you go, and most of the programs were in the evening. And me as a girl, she would really be scared because going out in the evening, coming back very late, just you. And then you see, it's a scary place to go. She had issues with that as well. But then with time, I actually made her understand that I'm safe. But then with the group that I am with, everything will be okay because they'll make sure I'm home. If I'm supposed to be here, they'll make sure I'm there. And then the group is Dance with the Purpose Academy, one of the biggest dance academies in the world. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, especially the African setting. I don't know if Maureen can relate to this, but the coming
I
back
know, right?
early, especially for a girl and all. Yeah, I can relate totally.
Mm-hmm.
What would you consider most fulfilling about your journey as a dancer right now? Like, there's been so much. I'm sure there have been highs and there's been lows. What would you consider most fulfilling about your journey
Most
now
of
as a dancer?
to the extent that we've been recognized and been on stage with international artists. Yes, we've got international artists coming here in Ghana and we want to dance with the academy, and I've been privileged to be part of that. And for me, to the extent where now I am making money from what I am doing, not like how it was before, because before it wasn't really paying off, but now it's getting better. And then others are seeing us for who we are, and they are paying us for the work that we are doing. Even though it's worth, not worth, I would say, but with time we will get there. Yes, to the extent I can spend for myself. I don't need to go and ask anybody for money, but I'm getting funds and money to do dancing. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's a big one. There's nothing as fulfilling as sometimes creatives, we don't really like to talk about the money aspect, but it's very
Exactly.
important because if you do not get the money at some point, you need to drop your passion and go look for something
Mm-hmm.
that will give you money because you need to survive. So yeah, I totally
Exactly.
agree with that on fulfillment because there's nothing as fulfilling
Mm-hmm.
as getting paid for doing what you love. And I think it's high time we normalize that. Like we
Yes.
interviewed a dancer from Switzerland, and she was like,
Mm-hmm.
when she started to demand money for her performance, and people would be like, but this is your passion, this is your talent. Why would you demand money from it? But gradually, the world is waking up to the fact that hey, this is something that should be normalized. Like these people, this is their
Exactly.
art, this is their life, this is their time, this is their energy. Like for me as a writer, when I write, I think it's a part of my life because we put in
Mm-hmm.
our all into what we do as creatives. So
Exactly.
yeah, we deserve to be paid once your passion and everything is there. So yeah, thank you so much for sharing that. What's your dream life as an artist? I know creatives, we
I,
have imaginations and all. What's your dream life?
exactly. For me, it's to say that I have made it, and I have made it through my art, and to get recognized there. You see, it's not just about it, but then there's more to it. Because what we are doing, it goes a long way into impacting other people's lives. And then one of the aim and the dream is to impact positively. Because you might not know, probably I might not know that this thing I'm putting out there, somebody is taking it in a different way. I'm thinking it's positive, but then he's taking it in a different way and thinking it's negative. and the impact is not good. But then for me to put something out there and for the impact to be positive, yes, and for it to be recognized, okay, so there's this initiative that was brought out, and then who brought it out? It was Rachel. Through what? Through dance. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. All right. Do you feel creatives in I know this is a tricky question. Do you feel creatives in developed countries are at advantage than those in developing countries?
Yes. 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 Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Yes, in the sense that, so for us here, as we were starting, to even get a good phone with a good camera quality to shoot your content was very hard. It was very, very hard. And I know for those in developed countries right now, it's very easy for you to like rent out cameras, rent out certain type of technologies to use for your content to make them stand out. Here, you might or might not get, and even if you get, it's really, really expensive to afford just for one content. It's very, very expensive to afford. And then for here, we don't really have the advanced technologies that we see in the developed countries. Because you might see a certain type of camera, and then the content they use it's for is very crazy. But here we wouldn't have that same type to get the same quality that we want again. But then even then it was really difficult to even get an iPhone. But now it's coming down a little bit, and then we are hoping that as we are developing, we're getting all these good technologies to use for our content. We have to express our arts to the world.
Balancing work time, rest time is a struggle for many creatives. Please share a few tips on how you try to balance work time, rest time, and family time.
Even now, there's still a struggle with rest time because as a creative, you would want to get more works. And then the works, when they come, the time in between day to day might be very less. So which means we didn't even get time for family and even time for rest. Let's say from Monday to Friday, you have a shoot the whole week. And then the time interval in between, probably you would go on Monday, you would finish very late, probably Tuesday, dawn, would have to go home, have 2-hour rest, go again the following day. And it's sometimes like that when the work becomes a lot. So balancing it sometimes might not be equal for all. Probably work will take most of the time, sleep will be like less, family time might be less. But then at a point in time when you see that your body it's breaking down because of lack of rest, and then you're not even having time for family, you would have to set aside a little bit of work and then balance it in a way. Even now, there's still issues with balancing work, sleep time, and family. But then at a point when you see that you need to set aside, even in as much as it's work, but you still need to set aside some work and then have time for yourself and then for the family. Yes.
Yeah, definitely. I'm also guilty of that. Like that balance is something that we are trying to work towards. Yeah. Okay. What does success mean to you?
For me, success means seeing myself in somebody else, in a sense that I would see a replica of myself in somebody else who is also doing the same thing I'm doing, spreading love, energy, positively down. For me, that is one of the main reasons why I'm doing what I am doing. To spread my energy out, to spread the love out. There might be somebody somewhere. We get messages, we get texts from people saying that I watched your video today and it made my day. I just watched your video today and the way you smiled made me just smile the whole day. We get messages like there was one lady that texted and she was like, she's in the hospital. And then she's just there because she just had a surgery and there's nothing to do. So with her phone, she only comes online to watch our videos. Comes online when we are live on TikTok just to have fun, just to see us talk, just to see us have fun, and then it makes their day. And then for that was one of the main success for me to spread it out, and also to see myself in somebody else, spreading the same love, the same energy we want. Yes.
Awesome. That is amazing. I think that's like one of the priceless things that one can define as success, because the real success are things we can buy with money. Very true.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. This one is a deep question. As creatives, we understand the high tendencies of getting stressed out, even while pursuing our dreams and passions. There are days when even depression may creep in, or just that inexplicable, overwhelmingness. Do you have any relatable experience with this? If so, how are you able to manage and thrive beyond phases like this? And do you have any quick tips on mental health for creatives?
So for me, I believe that as a creative, you have to really have a sound mind and have peace at heart to really create. Because everything is coming from inside and out of your mind. So if inside you and in your mind, you are not at peace, you are depressed, certain things are worrying you, you have to set yourself aside. If it's putting social media away and thinking about, reminiscing about certain things, what to change in your life, what do you think I should let go to make me feel okay? You need to really do that. For me, at a point in time, coming in the phase, the dance phase, it was getting a certain way because I thought I was too good to not be selected for certain jobs. But they're not, little did I know that they actually had to motivate me to do good and to do well and to come out from the shell that I was in, because it was more like, oh, I'm too good, so why are they not selecting me? Then I'll just relax and be there, be thinking about why. But then as after it got to a time that I had to sit down and think that, okay, so if they are not selecting, probably I'm not doing this and this right. So what can I do to correct this? Then I started coming out of the show, rehearsing more, being creative about certain things, contributing in class, coming for dance classes, exploring, doing certain things that would make my art grow. That was how I could come out of the shell. So yes, most of the time with these things, it comes and then it's very normal to get depressed because you've been painting for a long time, you've been writing for a long time, but you don't get people to read, you don't get people to even buy. And then you have to set aside, think about, okay, so what is it that I'm not doing right? Or what can I add? Or what can I subtract to make this and this was attractive? That is, if it's to put your phone away, is to put social media away, reminisce, think about what and what you can do. That would be very good and will definitely work. Or even if all that is not working, just speak to somebody. Just get somebody you really trust, talk to, share your emotions with the person, and then you'll be all right.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing your truth in the most authentic way. Thank you. We are moving towards the end, and I'm really enjoying the conversation, and we can't wait to share this with the world because I believe that it's going to inspire a whole lot of people that can connect and relate to everything that you said. Please briefly tell us something we do not know about Richael. I know you said a whole lot, but what do you think we do not know?
I'm a very shy person. Maybe people might not know. Yes, I can be very shy when I don't know anybody where I am. So if I go to a place, I don't know anybody. But in the moment there is music on, I'm never shy. When there is music and the place is turning up, oh, never. Yeah.
Yeah, I can relate to that big time. Like, I'm also an introvert, but I don't even know if I'm an introvert or extrovert because I can still be among people and I'll just be a noisemaker and I'm everywhere. So yeah, I think creatives are like that generally.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go a little poetic. If poetry is a rainbow and you have a choice of one color in that palette, what color would that be and why?
It would be red.
Okay, why red?
I know somebody say because I'm always in red. It's not red hair, no, but then red stands for love. It stands for
Yeah.
aggressiveness, not in a bad way, but then it's more like energy. Yes, and that is
Yeah.
what I stand for. That is what I stand for. So I
Yeah.
go for red.
Wow. Thank you so much, Richard. It was such an
You're
amazing conversation.
welcome.